All right, all right. Good morning, good evening, afternoon, wherever you are. Time for a weekly outlook. Let's dive right into it. As always, first we're going over the folders. I have some focus points I want you guys to focus on as well, and then we'll go over the watch list. If you have any questions, you can ask them in the chat. The majority of the questions will be answered at the end of the weekly outlook, but if there is some question I can already answer, I'll just dive right into that. So, no news Monday. It's today. So don't expect too much stuff to happen. We don't need always red folders for big news events or big volatility injections. Last week was not a very big red news week, but we had so much movement in the markets. DXY just moved up very hard. Nasdaq went ballistic. Gold went ballistic. So even when we have a low news week, especially for USD, there's still lots of opportunities to be taken. So tomorrow we have a GBP red folder with a speaker, also not the biggest one. So actually the red folder started Wednesday. We have CAD rates, one of the three big boys, NFP, CPI, FOMC, or rates. For CAD is the rates. So make sure if you want to trade this before the rates that you don't scalp this, because you will get wigged out. If you want to trade before this, make sure it's a swing position, bigger stop loss, bigger TP. Don't be the person that's gonna gamble a rate announcement. Then GBP speaker again in the afternoon. So Wednesday only CAD is nice. That's why the CAD pairs are on the list today for this week. And Thursday, lots of red folders, PMIs for Euro and GBP. And then the first red folders of USD of the week, and the only ones, unemployment claims and also PMI. And then Friday we have another CAD news. What is PMI? I actually have no clue where it stands for. No clue. I know it's not one of the biggest ones. I should Google that. And times are changing. So if you live in Europe or in Europe in general, the time I think will go forward, 1 hour forward. So that means your session for next week will also start later. I'm so bad with time zone, but there is 1 hour difference after this week. Not this week, after this week. And I think that is for 1 or 2 weeks, and then the US will also change time, and then everybody's on the same page again. But I'll let you guys know in the school and in Telegram how it's actually affect. I think it's 1 hour ahead, but I should check that. Focus points. The first one I am focusing on, but I think it's good for you guys to focus on as well, is Monday London session. And Monday London session for many traders is nice because the market was closed Saturday and Sunday. They're eager to go into the market again. But Monday London is in general the least probable time zone or kill zone session of the week. And if you want to deploy your capital and you want to make money, why not wait until the probabilities are higher than that? So based on my own data, I have the highest losing rate in Monday London by far of all the sessions. And that has to do with the weekly open, high, low, close. Remember a candle? Say you're expecting it to be a bullish candle. The open, low, high, close. If you don't know what I'm talking about right now, check out the beginner bootcamp in the market mastery course. And the weekly open, high, low, close, that means Monday and perhaps also Tuesday is or the open or the low. Let's say we want to go bullish. And I want to trade the distribution of the candle, the body of the candle, the largest, easiest move. So that's why I always like to wait. Something Monday, the whole day, but especially Monday London. Also keep in mind, third one, we are in 2 highly manipulated weeks. That's not that you cannot make money, but be aware that aggressive re-entering, going on tilt, chasing trades is never a good idea, but especially in the coming weeks running into the elections. So if you have some weird movement in price, you're like, this was an amazing trade and I just got stopped out very weirdly. Keep the third thing in mind. Just wait, reevaluate, maybe wait for another structure to form on a higher time frame. It's not worth it to blow your account, especially not in these weeks. Okay, cool. So enough of the teaching. You're here for one thing only. That is the buys for this week. So let's dive into it. Let's go to DXY first. DXY, since October, just went up and up and up. And I think we will transition to the downside or some form of retracement towards one of the bullish value gaps to then go higher. But my money is still, and the majority of you guys know that, I think we can go for the green line here. The green line here is a bullish yearly value gap. So that's where my intention is drawing. So that means, remember what I mentioned about the open, high, low, close. So I'm expecting a bearish week on DXY. I have low expectation of DXY because there's only red follows on Thursday. Didn't stop DXY last week, but I'm always with lower less red folders. I'm just less expectations. But I want to see an open, high, low, close to the downside. So that means Monday higher, maybe Tuesday half the week, Wednesday highest of the week, and then trade lower. So how that would look like? For now, I have this 4-hour bearish value gap marked out. I just want some displacement to the downside. I want to see it. Maybe it wants to go up one more time, create an SMT with maybe Euro US dollar or GU, and then just sell off. That's what I'm expecting, what I want to see. Again, I'm waiting, especially now it's we're approaching New York session on Monday. Let's see what we get in a few hours from now. So that's for DXY. Then AUD, NCD, and also Euro GBP are my relative strength analysis pairs. AUD, NCD. So let's say you want to play Euro or GU, Euro USD or GU. If you want to, let's say, long that, because you think DXY goes lower, then you want to long, of course, the USD pairs. But which of the two should you choose? And of course, the one with the greatest structure is nice. That's what you want. But isn't it easier to long the strongest pair of the two? So if you know GBP is stronger than the Euro, I think it's better to long GBP USD instead of Euro USD. So if we look at Euro GBP, we see for the past couple weeks, the Euro has been weak against the pound. So that means if you want to short one of the USD pairs, short Euro USD. If you want to long GBP USD, because GBP is stronger. Stronger means it wants to go up cleaner. Use this in your analysis because you can expect cleaner moves out of it. Sometimes Euro USD will move clear to the upside, but based on my own experience, short the weakest, long the strongest is very nice. And you can just see it with your UP. Same for AUD NCD. Well, here you see that AUD has been stronger for the past couple weeks. So that means long AUD, let's say USD or AUD CAD or whatever, and short the NCD. That's called a relative strength analysis. Okay, DXY we have discussed. Now let's go take a look at NASDAQ. And oh boy, NASDAQ, what a ride last week, right? Holy shit. I'm waiting on NASDAQ, and I'm gonna tell you right now why I had that. On Monday we created a high of the week last week. So the last week's stream, we saw this move up and then that massive sell-off at Tuesday. Massive sell-off, and we create an SMT here with ES. Let's go to ES. Yeah, that's the one right here. So we took the low on NQ. We didn't take the low on ES. That means higher prices. But then the highs here, we create another SMT. That means lower again. And on the 4-hour time frame, it is maybe not very obvious. But if you just look at the weekly, and now I'm gonna tell you why I'm I'm a little 50-50. We have a weekly bearish for value up here. This one, the low of this candle, high of this candle. In a weekly bearish for value in premium array, price wants to push lower. The market wants to go lower there. But we just came off a weekly bullish for value gap right here. So now we're just in between. Strong reaction last week from the weekly CB makes me personally now look for shorts rather than longs. But that said, elections, rate cuts, assets, real estate, gold, crypto, Bitcoin, but also the stock market will go up very aggressively very soon. That's more fundamental analysis. So based on the open, high, low, close, I explained earlier in this outlook, I would say first lower, then higher. So I'm expecting a sell-off today, maybe also tomorrow. And I'll be just looking for something very simple. If you have seen the 2024 mentorship on YouTube, the market mastery course, I like to look at failure swings. Very nice failure swings here. So I'm just waiting. Let Nasdaq sell off, and it will show its hand. And with show its hand, I mean there will be some displacement somewhere. That you know, hey, Nasdaq wants to go up. And then you just play the structure. And this can be on the 1 hour, can be on the 4 hour. I want to see some low being formed on Nasdaq before I'm gonna long Nasdaq again. Based on the open, low, high, close, a sell-off after the open on Sunday is very nice if you want bullish price. So that's my my take on Nasdaq. Same for ES. First lower, then higher. Then let's go to the USD pairs. I mentioned on DXY, I'm expecting perhaps a lower move short term. So that means I'm gonna hunt for some form of longs on the USD pairs, preferably of course GU. And we just touched last week this bullish weekly order book. So it could be something to trade away from. So now I'm also going to look for some shift in structure to the upside. Low hanging fruit target. If you're going to do that, it's going to be a very easy trade here towards this weekly SIBI. This is going to be one of my favorite trades, of course, when we respecting the discount rates. I see in the chat, I'm not touching DXY until, or I'm not touching USD pairs until DXY does something. I completely agree. Just wait for some reaction. It needs to be obvious. You want to deploy your money when it's so obvious that you can make money. And for now, it isn't not yet on DXY, but it's Monday. So maybe on Tuesday and Wednesday, it's going to be so obvious and like, well, short DXY, long USD pairs, everybody makes money. That's what you want. So early in the week, I'm not looking at this. Then a Euro AUD pairs, especially Euro AUD is on my list for 3 weeks now, but I haven't touched it any trade. And that has to do with how we close in this weekly SIBI. The 2 times we reject so hard from on the weekly SIBI. So that means shorts for me. Shorts, where do we go? We go to these failure swings here. Of course, we're also here in a weekly busy. That's of course probably why it's not going very clean, but it's still on my list for potential shorts. And then again, I just need some form of obvious displacement, and then I'll be in a short for Euro AUD. This is my lowest probability pick, AUD this week. Also, no news or less news. No news. No. So that's one list. And then the cat, Wednesday, rates. USD cat could be a nice trade. I'm very curious what we do on DXY. If DXY makes that move lower, USD cat will follow suit. Euro cat doesn't look very nice. It's consolidating here on the daily. GP cat looks better. I like how we were respecting this weekly. We trade a little bit lower, but in the order block here, and we just trade higher. I think AUD cat, in my opinion, looks the cleanest. And it's similar what I showed you on Euro AOD. See how we trade into this weekly bullish for value gap and rejecting the candles 2 times? That says to me we probably want to go higher towards the September high. And then similar, I'm just waiting for some displacement higher. We already seen that here, value gap 1, value gap 2. I want to see some follow through. And now we just created a bearish for value gap. And if you guys are aware of the inversion for value gap, that means it's a bearish for value gap. But once it is disrespected, it can be used as support to go higher. That's actually what I'm looking for on AOD cap. Of course, we can use the up close candles as well too, as support to trade higher. But I think Wednesday will give us the answer to that. NZD CAD, similar, but I'm gonna use NZD CAD more for S&T purposes than for actually trading. Excuse me. I think this is not very pretty, so the AOD CAD is the nicest. So all in all, I don't think this is gonna be a crazy firework week. I think there's money to be made in NASDAQ. I think there's money to be made in the DXY later in the week. And finally, I have gold on the list. This was on the. I hope you guys seen the video I pushed out yesterday where I broke down the trade from last week. But the gold's on a moon mission. So how you play this is a tip for when you see an asset just going astronomically to the moon. It's now gold. Maybe Bitcoin will follow suit. Probably the indices will go there somewhere as well. If you see that, you are in price discovery, so that means all-time high. You have no clue from where we will go lower, right? It's just thin air. That means shorting these moves is the lowest probability you can do. So you've basically 2 choices here. One is longing or scalping every single mini retracement to go up until it breaks structure and you take one loss. It's scalper territory. If you're more of a swing trader, wait for that retracement. And it can be into this kind of the range, can be in this daily for value gap. There are like 4 daily for value gaps because we just had green days. So gold now, if you're not in a good swing position with a nice entry, let's say what we had last week, it's not the highest probability pair to trade. Even when you know the bias is higher, but we can get a nice retracement. So let's see for that. And that's it. That's it for the weekly outlook, guys. Are there any pairs you guys are looking at and I haven't discussed? Let me know in the chat. JPY, okay, cool. The reason I have no JPY on the list for 2 weeks now has to do with the JPY basket. JPY basket is the same as the DXY, it's the Japanese yen index. And when I see this on the daily, I'm per definition not touching it. Yes, I do think JPY is gonna go lower for 2 reasons. Look at your rejection here from the daily for value gap, and after when a bearish order flow, after consolidation follows expansion. So yes, high conviction that we go lower. But I'm gonna wait until we're out of this consolidation. What I sometimes see happening is when you have such a great consolidation, there's buy side liquidity resting up here. That price does this. Like everybody is expecting shorts. Of course, that means longs for the JPY crosses. But what price loves to do is take out all those early people and then go lower. And I don't want to be the guy. I've been that guy for a long period of time. So better just wait. And yes, if price decides to just go without doing this move and just go, you take the move here. You miss a few points, but I'm rather being this person here and just take a clean short, that means a clean long on the JPY crosses, than being the person who knew deep down there was some buy side liquidity, want to be taken out. So to come back to the question about use JPY, similar. Like of course the DXY is very strong, but is this, if you see this on a daily, is this something you want to trade? I don't. I am a trend trader. I want to price to be clearly trending. That means the easiest, cleanest move. I want to risk my capital. I want it to be clean and easy. I don't want to be chopped up for multiple days because I actually knew I was trading in a consolidation. For USD, not for USD, for JPY pairs in general, they are tradable. Said no one ever. Yeah. I have no idea why you would touch this. And if you are a consolidation trader, this is your your wet dream. Go ahead. This is exactly what you want. But for me personally, for my kind of trading and the trading I teach, is the lowest probability you can get. And same is for the CSF pairs. Oh, oh. So that's why you haven't seen them on the list for some weeks now. The DEX, the Jura 40, yeah. In the inner circle, there few guys introduced me to the German index. So that's the Nasdaq from Germany. Huge market cap as well. Pretty nice. It's like you can play it like Nasdaq, but then the London session. So definitely something cool. I saw in the chat I was trying to buy the 4-hour BISI, but it completely ignored. Yes, yeah. I think that's a positive thing because it's counter trend. Like if you have a Monday, and I share this in the Inner Circle Telegram, Kiko as well. If you have that sell-off, the massive sell-off on Monday, and you see where the high is set, that's literally the weekly open. My bet is at the end of the week, we have taken the Sunday lows, or sorry, Sunday highs. Then just a matter of waiting for the market to shift and taking clean long back to all-time high. And it's the same what I explained on gold. When you're on price discovery, just like the DEX is an all-time high, you don't want to short all-time high because you don't know where we're going to stop. You want to wait for the retracement before longing again to the easy drawn liquidity that's again all-time high. We are so bullish. Why not go to all-time high again? That's the better approach. Danny G, did that answer your question on JPY? And are there any other pairs you guys would like to discuss, or any questions about maybe the market mastery course or beginner bootcamp? If you have no clue what I'm referring to, I'm going to show you right now. If you have any question in the meantime, feel free to ask them. So right here, let me do a nice little full screen there. I have no clue how this works. I just stopped sharing. Okay, let me try this again. Oh, my whole my whole Google Chrome stopped. Let me little technical difficulties, but I'm going to show you right now. In the market message group, there is in the classroom, there is the Market Master course. I think it's 8 hours in total, together with the YouTube mentorship. I think it's everything you need for yourself to self-study and get some insane results. There you go. I'm back. Go to the classroom, Market Mastery course, beginner bootcamp if you're a complete beginner. Nice little thumbnail. This is my first thumbnail ever. I hope you I hope you like it. Trader pyramid, psychology, trade plan, everything, and I also added some bonuses. So make sure you check this out. It's gonna be an amazing value. If you want to work with me, with my team, getting profitable with my help, send me a DM as well. We can explore opportunities. Spots in the circle are going very fast for the past days. So if you want to join my private group, send me a DM, and don't wait for too long. So I don't see any questions in the chat. Will there be limited spots? Yes, there will, because I only have 24 hours in my day, and the inner circle knows already. In the time, like the best performing inner circle members, I want to hire them as coaches, and that's the whole reason I have the inner circle. I want to train insane traders, and then I just want to be with that training with them for the rest of my life. So that's the reason for the inner circle. Okay, cool. Well, if you enjoyed the weekly outlook, you learned something, the W in the chat. So we are ready to crush the week. In an hour from now, 9 a.m. EST, we'll do another Zoom session, live trading. We'll go over the market. I will go on the lower time frames, show where I'm looking at, and of course where you should look at as well, to see your highest probability trades. And you can of course ask questions about your own trading as well.